Okay, so we're going to talk about comparing decimals. So to compare positive decimals, compare the digits or numbers in corresponding places, such as tenths, hundredths, and thousandths. If needed, write a 0 after the last digit to the right of the decimal point. This does not change the value of the number. So for example, if we have 7.6 and 25, what we can do is add zeros to help us compare. So if we needed 2 or 3 decimal places to compare it with another number, 25 can become 25.0 or 25.00. This doesn't change the value, but it can help you compare the numbers a little bit easier. All right, so we're looking at 0.5. That means the same thing as 5 over 10. If we're looking at 0.8, that means the same thing as 8 over 10. So that you understand, that's 5 tenths and that's 8 tenths. So that can give you a little bit clearer information. So we can say that 5 tenths is less than 8 over 10, and the same thing is true if we write it in decimal form. 0.5 is less than 0.8. If you're comparing that number right there, 5 is less than 8 at the decimal spot there. So let us compare 28.253 and 28.263. If we want to compare them, we have to figure out where they change. They're both 28.2, and then this is a 5, this is a 6, and that's a 3. The only number that's different here, and the 3 after doesn't matter so much. Really, it's when it starts to change. Here, we have a 5, and here we have a 6. That's in the hundredths place. And we know that 5 is less than 6, so that means that 28.253 is less than 28.263. So for example 1, we are going to insert the less than, greater than, or equal to form a true statement. So for part A, if we have 0.378 and we have 0.368, we want to figure out what will fit in here. So again, we're looking to see where it changes. 0.3, here we have a 7, and here we have a 6. Well, 7 is greater than 6, or 6 is less than 7, either way you want to say it. So our symbol will look like that. 0.378 is greater than 0.368. All right, let's look at part B. If we have 0.052 and 0.236, we again are going to look at where they're different. This one is 0 and this is a 2 for the very first digits after our decimal, and it starts with a 0. Well, 0 is less than 2, so this will be less than. All right, we have 0.12 and 0.086. So again, the first digit that changes is right after our decimal place there. And 1 is greater than 0, so this number will be greater than that one. All right, let's look at D. 13.208 and 13.28. Well, it's 13.2 and 13.2, but then we have a 0 and we have an 8 for the next digit. Well, 0 is less than 8, so that tells us that 13.208 is less than 13.28. Okay, if we have 0.0101 and 0.00109. So again, we're following our values, 0.0. Here we go to 1, but here we stay at 0. In that hundredths place, they are not the same. And 1 is greater than 0, so this will be greater than. If we have 0.029 and 0.0209, so they look similar, but as we follow again, same, not the same. So we're looking at this digit and this digit. 9 is greater than 0, so this number is greater than that one. All right, now we have 36.954 and 36.95. As I compare, same, but now I have a 4 and I don't have anything. So when I don't have something, this is where I can add the 0 at the end, so I have the same number of digits. Now I'm looking at this 0 compared to this 4. 4 is greater than 0, so it will, this number is greater than that one.